Hello, welcome to Needing a Meeting. My name is Carol. I'll be your host today. How you doing? Let me take a look at the chat here. Hello, Christy Colwell. Hello, Henny. Hi, Rolling Stone. Good to see you guys. Who else we got? Wow, you guys have been going at it. Oh, my goodness. Mischief, hello. Welcome. Welcome. So I left off at nutrition on regaining your health in the SMART handbook yesterday. So I can kind of pick up where that left off on my least favorite thing to ever talk about, which is exercise. Like the dirtiest word I know. Any form of physical exercise is beneficial. If you can join a gym or don't have the stamina to lift weights or do brisk aerobics, then take walks or ride a bike. Exercise doesn't have to be strenuous to be beneficial. Okay. A 30-minute walk 5 times a week can be enjoyable and is known to reverse the effects of depression. Build up gradually if you've not exercised for a while. Physical activity can help relieve tension and refresh you. You'll get the most benefit if you can exercise for at least 30 minutes 3 times a week. Make sure it is not too strenuous. If you've not exercised for a while, periodic breaks such as a brisk walk or going for a swim can rejuvenate the body and make you feel more positive and productive. You may want to check with your doctor before starting an exercise routine to make sure you're healthy enough for even mild exercise. Is anybody looking for a link? Let me put one just because. That way anybody that wants to can join the meeting room. Here we go. Thanks, Christy. Oh, there you are. There's Plant Freak. Yay!
Hello.
Long.
There we go. No. I was running a little bit late anyways. I decided last minute, I'm like, I need food.
Yeah, that put me a little bit late too. It's like, oh, oops.
Sure, your thing's over there. You just want to say hi from there? Go ahead.
Hi, pretty girls.
Hi, superhero.
He likes the setup better with the stand. He's just like, oh, I can just like be beside you. I'm like, yeah, that works. Hi, everybody.
Hey. How are you doing?
Oh, it's been a day.
Yeah.
Behavior has been interesting since he returned. Today was a little bit better.
Oh.
And then, of course, I'm thinking about the kids and Christmas. Sorry?
Are you documenting?
Yes. Okay. And I've emailed my lawyer every single time, too. She's like, for the lawyer that I'm dealing with for this section of it, is like, it's easier if you send me an email instead of me trying to figure out your writing, because she has to translate in her head from French to English.
Okay.
So I do everything via email. It's basically like a little diary that she gets. She'll get like 5 or 10 emails by the time that she comes back sometimes.
Oh.
And then, of course, I was just like, oh, I'm thinking about the kids and Christmas and, what is Pop going to do for the kids? And I was like concerned about it. And of course, talked to my dad, and he starts going down a path I just can't go down.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I can't do this right now. He goes, well, how do you think it felt for me watching it? I'm like, oh my goodness. Like I probably shouldn't have snapped back, but I was like, how do you think it felt for me living it?
Yeah.
And I just I'm like, okay, I can't have this conversation. I'm happy to talk to you about something else. I'm really happy to talk to you about something else. And click.
He hung up on you.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
So is that an indicator that you don't even have to worry about the pop thing for Christmas?
Well, he sent a little bit for the kids, so I already transferred my daughter some. I'll get something for Wee Man, but it was an indicator, especially with all of the things that I'm going through with the shelter here, like the therapy that I'm going through with them. The last assignment was socialization. So basically, how'd you get yourself in the situation based off of your socialization? What were you taught as a child? And then it all clicked. And it was like, oh my God, I learned from him how I should be treated. And then I went from there and I'm like, okay, we're just going to keep it on a civil basic note. And then I was talking to Quiet Girl earlier today, Karen, and she was like, you know what I want you to do? I want you to write him a letter. Instead of snapping back, just say, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I understand. And then write him a letter. He doesn't have to see it. It's just then getting it out of me onto paper. That way, maybe I can preserve a relationship there, but at the same time, I'm not going to push for one.
Do you want to preserve a relationship there?
Right now, with my current discovering of my socialization and going back and trying to break it all down, I have more anger than I have a desire for a relationship there, to be honest.
Well, and what you're feeling is, I think it's in the air today. I'm not discounting it, but I kind of had some of the same kind of feelings. And, sometimes it is best to walk away for your own mental health. And it doesn't mean you have to be rude, and it doesn't have to mean you have to be unkind.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a big drama thing. You just don't have to talk.
And one of the things that I've been dealing with,
you don't even have to pick up the phone.
Yeah, right.
Well, and here's something else to think about. I just want to say this. I am in a very kind of pointed mood today. So if I feel like I am being too sharp, I will just kind of quit talking. I want to be here because but I am very much in my rational mind right now because I'm so upset and I don't feel my feelings. I have to think my feelings before I know how to feel.
Yes.
So if I just kind of stop talking or I just sit here, no one take it personally. It has nothing whatsoever to do with
You know
any
what?
of you.
I've been feeling pretty sharp today too.
Yeah. Well, here's what I was thinking about before we went on the air, because y'all, I was pissed. Like Hobbit rage? No. I was like, I don't even know. But what I was thinking about was this. If somebody has only ever had a toxic relationship in their life, right? Let's say somebody, the person I'm thinking of, let's say they're 50 years old. And every relationship that they've ever had has been toxic. So their parental relationship was toxic, their marriage, their relationship with their children was toxic. Everything they've ever known was toxic.
Okay.
They get, as it was explained to me by somebody who's had that situation happen, they get so comfortable in that toxicity that when they get out of it, that is uncomfortable. And even if you've been with somebody for, say, 10 years, so if they're 50 years old, you've been with them for 10 years, that means 40 years of their life has been lived in this toxic soup, in this codependent, toxic thing. And they default to it so fast that they don't know. And even though they know that you have a healthy relationship and your relationships are healthy and you are healthy, and they see that, sometimes it is so uncomfortable for them to try. Yeah, because, think about it. If you have the person that I'm thinking of, this person was SA'd. This person was physically abused, emotionally abused, right? This person was put in a room and tied to a bed and left there for like 9 hours. Okay. This, and then let's say that this person gets married and marries a narcissist, right? Only doesn't really know it at first. And then there's children involved. And then those children learn that narcissistic behavior because they see it working out for the other parent. So then they become that way. So then this person is just constantly manipulated. And even though you're the healthy one, they might not really know how to handle that. And even though seeing you as an example for 10 years has been a great benefit, and maybe there is growth there, that default happens like that. and especially this time of year. And it gets very frustrating because you start seeing all that toxicity coming up again because everybody is trying this time of year, I think, to like it just gets raw. You see, moms and dads walking with their kids, and maybe you don't have that, right? Or maybe you always wish that you did, or however that looks for you. But I think that it doesn't excuse bad behavior, and it doesn't mean that you should not have a boundary. But I think for me, what helps me is understanding that. But I also put distance between myself at that time. And what I have found is that, especially in the two people I'm thinking of and in dealing with, watching them deal with the situation, they do much better when they're not involved in it. You know what I mean? And so it's really it's really difficult. And then you, as someone who loves that person, gets put in a really tricky situation sometimes.
I'm
And
going to interrupt. Is this okay for we ears? Uh-oh.
what? Oh, yeah, I'm not saying anything that's not.
Well, I
okay.
just, Rolling Stone brought up, so not sure this is for a child's ear. I didn't think
I know.
that. Hey, Miss
I'm just
Jeff.
going to jump out and jump back in so that I can get the headphones working.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it not? Should I stop talking?
Hi, Chris. Well, I don't know if she can still hear. She brought that up. I had kind of questioned whether, there was.
If it's
I
not, I'll
don't
stop
feel like
talking.
there's anything that could be, problematic for a kid, but I just want to make sure. I don't think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't think so. If so, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was just trying to express what I was going through.
Well, like I said, I just Rolling Stone brought it up, and I thought, well, okay, let's just check in with the mom and see if everything's okay. That's all. Miss Jeff, where'd you go? There she is. Well, I think
I did get my computer fixed. Do you want to know what was wrong with it?
saying, thanks. Sorry, I was uncomfortable with the description of abuse. That's okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, we don't. Yeah. Okay.
The description?
Yeah.
I got to go again and try.
Okay.
Trying to make the headphones work.
My mom said. So
sorry, I didn't
is this
mean to trigger anybody. I'm sorry.
It's called trauma bonding, Chrissy. It's so strong, and it does mean the person helping doesn't mean the person helping is unappreciated. It's just such a strong pull. So true. So true. Do you mind talking about what's got you going?
Well, I kind of was without saying anything, but I'll stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it's too much. Okay.
All right. Let's reboot. Let's reboot here. Restart, because I don't want to limit a freak who is the mother of her own child. Are we okay what we're talking about?
We're okay what we're talking about, especially because we're using abbreviations.
Okay.
And I just put him back on his headphones. I was hoping to get them. I was just trying to get his headphones working because when I use the other ones, I get all muffly. So I'm good. I just moved to the other side of the room, though, so that it's not right beside him, essentially.
Okay.
But I have no problem with the conversation.
Okay.
And especially that we're when SA came up, we used the term, not the term, sorry, the abbreviation. I have no problem with that. I did get a little bit insecure hearing maybe this isn't a conversation for kids, and I get that. But at the same time, this is my one time a day that I'm able to talk. You know,
Yeah.
this is my one time a day that I'm able to actually get some things out and off my chest if I need to, or just sit and listen, because a lot of the time that's just easier, or I have nothing to talk about. But today it was just like I needed to talk. So I'm a little bit already.
I think maybe I'm not in the right mind frame to be here today. So I'm going
Oh,
to hop off. All right. You guys have a good day.
sorry.
No.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Aw.
Well,
Yesterday, I don't know, for some reason, I could not get myself in the right frame of feeling, thinking, being. And then today I'm just grumbly inside.
you know what? I honestly feel like we are so close to the holidays, and especially for individuals that have any trauma
Yeah.
around the holidays, it's like it's muscle memory. It's our brain just remembering, oh, there's that feeling, or it's that time of year. So here's that feeling that you have every year anyways.
Yeah.
That's, at least I have to tell myself that to feel a little bit better.
Well,
Yeah.
shoot. So yeah, I don't know where to go from here. Because I'm not in a good frame of mind at all, and I don't know what it is. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Well, I also think that you had a little trigger today as well that may be hard to kind of shake.
Yeah, because this the thing that originally happened was somehow or another it was triggering for me, and that's why I even brought it up.
Yeah.
What
And that's understandable, completely understandable. And
you
like
know
I had said, I felt before Aaron had come out with all of his stuff, I was like, hey, I just don't feel connected to this anymore. I feel like there's a disconnect and I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
But then it all started to make sense once everything became public, right?
yeah.
So it was just the straw on the camel's back for me to be like, okay, unsubscribing, I'm out.
Yeah, well, okay. I don't mean to be cryptic, y'all. Back in February, of all things, there was the channel of the people who were responsible for kicking Aaron Smith Levin off the foundation that he founded.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? Luis.
I can't remember his last name.
Anyway, the person that was partially responsible, the couple that was partially responsible for that, I had at that time it felt like it was a popularity contest, just getting a point made, or and
Mm-hmm.
so I did a super chat, and because they would put things up that weren't super chats, and they were putting all these things up that were not super chats, and then I send a super chat, and they just completely just steamroll through the thing, not even acknowledging, and it wasn't anything bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a question, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like I bring drama or a point of contention. And I don't know, it just hit me really wrong.
Yeah.
And so I wrote him
Yeah.
a private message on Facebook, and there was say, I did send you a super chat, and it was not, you were putting up messages that weren't super chats, and I just thought, I was trying to be as polite as possible about it.
Yeah.
And nothing, crickets, nada. Well, today I get a response to that message I sent in February.
That's insane. That's almost
And
a year.
that hits me even more wrong, because I'm like, oh, now you give a crap what I think, what I have to
Mm-hmm.
say now,
Mm-hmm.
now that you're losing subscribers because you did somebody dirty that we care about. Okay, well, I didn't respond back. I mean, what am I
No.
supposed to do with a stupid thumbs up, to a message I sent in February about a stupid super chat that makes no hill of beans now?
Mm-hmm.
It's over. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
And what the hell is the thumbs up anyway? What the fuck is that? Pardon my language.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He's got headphones on. We're good.
Yeah, that's exactly who.
Yeah.
And I didn't unsubscribe from them with when the whole Aaron thing went down. But it just shows that they are completely disconnected from any kind of empathy. It's how it hits me. I mean, I don't feel empathy from that.
No.
And and so now it's become a personal thing. And so, yeah, I haven't done it yet, but because I haven't had a moment to go through the thing, but yeah, unsubscribing is in order now. It would have been better for them not to do anything with that.
Just read it and move on.
Doing for nearly a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, 100% mischief.
Mm-hmm.
Indoctrinated.
Mm-hmm.
And and I brought it up before, when we first learned about the whole thing with Aaron, I had been wondering, okay, just because you walk out of something doesn't mean you are free from it. That takes work. That takes awareness,
Yeah.
And I wondered how many people coming out of that could slip into that old non-empathetic behavior. Yeah, I am, Zelda. I'm talking about the foundation, but I'm talking about the people who kicked specifically about the people who were partially responsible for having Aaron Smith Levin kicked off of the foundation, the one that he co-founded with Luis.
I can't remember the last name for the life of me. I feel like it's Spanish of some form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, boy, that just set me off. I was already having a crappy day, like for real, literally.
Mm.
I was doing the morning chores, and I kept feeling something in my boot, and it like all of a sudden my sock is feeling wet, and I reached down to see if it's like a leaf or something, and I get a handful of poop.
Oh my goodness. Oh my, that should be on the outside of the boot.
Poop in my inside of my boot, all down my pants leg and my socks and my boot, and
Not a good start. Yeah.
So I mean, I come straight in and I put everything in the laundry and start the washing machine up, and then my little chicken that I've been taking care of comes and flies and sits on my lap, and I thought I need to get this little guy outside because I don't want to clean up poop again. Well, guess what?
Yeah. It was happening. Yeah.
A nice little runny one.
Oh no. It's the day of poop for you.
I've literally had a poopy day.
Yeah. My goodness. No, and Rolling Stone, I didn't take it that way at all. And I understood what you were saying, but my level of feels today was already up here. So it's a personal thing. It wasn't you. My insecurity shot up. I'm still so freshly out of my situation that insecurity and self-doubt shoots up very, very quickly. And I don't put it on anybody. It's me, and I need to work on it. So I just want to make sure that you don't feel as if it was you and that anything like that. And I'm going to check on Christine a little bit later, make sure that she's okay.
You know what, Henny? I care for them all, so I need to step back. Scientology is loving that there's fighting among the foundation that stands up to their abuse. My fight is against Scientology totally and completely. I agree with you. That just made it a really, like I said, I wasn't unsubscribing from them. I'm willing to give somebody a second chance, but that just hit me. That was a personal thing that hit me very, very, very wrong. And I'd already had to clean up poop twice.
Everybody's just in a mood already today. It was like it started and then all of the things just kept coming.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't want to be vague.
Yeah.
Because it's been a public thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you didn't, we'll wait for Henny's here. Christine's is there as well after you're done, Henny. Sorry.
Oh, Christy.
It's okay. I don't feel personally that way.
Yeah,
And I think we're all just on high alert for some reason.
Yeah.
I think we're all just on high alert. That's all.
Okay, this is where it's at. Everybody's been hitting. It's like there's something that's just ricocheting off of us.
Yeah.
We had such a love fest 2 days ago. It's like, okay, there's something that's trying to creep in to bring strife, to bring, some contention. And I don't really want to let that happen.
Neither do I. That's another reason.
I don't know what to do about the contention that I feel about a personal message, a private message. Because it really, I don't know why, but it just really triggered me. It set me off into motion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and again, I put it on Christmas. It's kind of understandable.
Yeah.
I put it on the fact that, it's the time of year where it's not easy anyways. Now you throw in addictions and things like that when we were probably drinking or using or whatever it was that we were doing. And now we're just not doing it. So now those feelings that would creep in, we're not getting rid of them. They're there.
As much as I would like to say it's just another day, for some reason, it's just not. Why is that?
Yeah. I think for you, just the situation of it hits home. You sent a personal message. You took time to send a little bit of money to kind of either ask a question, make a point, whatever it was, and you feel backburnered.
Yeah.
It's like, why? I'm trying to be supportive. I'm trying to be helpful.
That was exactly my frame of mind, and yeah, I mean, it's petty, but back then I was really, really, really wrapped up in the whole Scientology thing because I was processing hard my own experience leaving a cult,
Yeah.
and it was the only place that I could go was, the SBTV people. It was the only place that I could go where I didn't have to be subjected to the triggering language of the one that I left,
Yes. Well, you can still process what you were going through.
And so at that time it was heavy duty processing.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem that Christy is okay.
No,
and I don't know why. And I'm sorry that we made it worse. Apparently, I'm sorry, but I don't know about made it worse. But anyway,
but she had already warned. She already warned us. Told us it wasn't about us.
Yeah.
And like me, I got insecure. Seeing. Is this okay for children ears? I understand. I do. But again, I just think we're all so heightened. We all individually have so much going on right now. So I think we're all just a little bit raw.
I think so too.
I think we're all just a little bit raw. And I know for me anyways, this is the first Christmas I am sober. And
yeah,
I needed to make sure that I didn't get triggered into something that was going to make me want to use anything for that matter. Yeah. So, I did my best to kind of shut it down. But on a happy note, there is an SPTV creator that helped me recognize what was happening in my situation. Through her, I eventually found the lifeboat. And then from the lifeboat, I found you. And Karen had reached out to her and said, just so you're aware, like, you saved somebody's life. Your story saved somebody's life. And I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that she at least was receptive to hearing that. And I'm going to message her. The SPTV creator is Reese, Reliable Reese.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to make sure that I reach out and express my story a little bit better to her, because honestly, it was like dominoes.
Yeah.
It was dominoes. I found Aaron, and then I found a whole bunch of other SPTV channels, and then, oh my God, I really need to stop using. And then I found the lifeboat, and then I found you. Like, it's been a year, I think, for many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I that I've grown a lot, you know, and then there's a part of me that feels like I've not grown at all, you know.
Yeah.
And I know in my heart of hearts that I'm not standing still, you know.
Not at all. Not at all. And I think not only that, look at all. We have how many in the chat on a regular basis? How many people are you talking to, and how many people are you helping? Not only just yourself, but how many people are you helping on top of that, right? Yes, you're the focus. Yes, you're the only one who's going to take care of you properly. But there is good coming out of it as well.
Yeah. And I don't even feel like whatever this is, I don't necessarily have defined. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I'm crying right now. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it's a bad thing, you know. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Something hit me, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm reacting. And I don't know what it was about that hit me the way it did, but it did, you know. And I guess that's the closest I can come to identifying it right off the cuff, is that I really was doing some intense processing of my own cult experience at that time, you know. And
Yeah.
I was hearing similarity after similarity after similarity between their experiences and mine, you know.
Typical cult MOs, and you can recognize it, you can hear it immediately because you lived it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, you guys. I'm so glad. Because I mean, if it's not helping anybody, then there's really no point to it.
Oh.
I feel like, because I mean, I don't need to be a content creator on YouTube. I just want to have meetings, you know, and see if we can help each other, you know, because it's this thing called life is tough shit to figure out sometimes. It just is. And I'm probably going to cuss a lot today, because sometimes that's the only thing that will fully express.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes those are the only words I can find. If I go dark for a second, I'm still here. I'll be right back. I'm just trying to manage something, and then it'll be good, okay?
Okay, Zelda. Zelda, you're saying, I know I've grown since I've been on your channel, Carol, and I thank you for being here for us. I thank you too, because I know that you're all the reasons, you know. I know that every last one of you has something to do with, you know, how much growth that I feel like I've, you know, come through. And but you know, that doesn't mean there aren't going to be some bad days along the way. And it doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean that we aren't going to have something things to figure out. I don't know why this is why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm feeling this. You know, I don't know if I just need to go back and explore some Christmases while I was in the cult, because there were some rough ones, I got to say. You know, I used to wish that families would, you know, bring me home with them. You know, not just for Christmas, but like just for a Sunday afternoon dinner or something. I was so needy at that time, and I was a single person and with no prospects, and I used to just long for people to notice some of us single people that were just barely treading water, and just trying to find something to help, and the cult doesn't allow you to, there's nothing in a cult that can allow you to get in touch with the ability to observe and to care enough about around you. It's all about the doctrine. It's all about the cause, and that's all that gets the energy, And so eventually you harden yourself, and you allow yourself to get caught up in it's all about the cause, because that's how you survive in a cult.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. I say it's true, but I don't have any personal experience. I can only say from things that I've watched and experiences from hearing from past family members who were in one.
Yeah.
Yeah. My throat today. I apologize, everybody. I'm going to be clearing my throat a lot for some reason.
That's
unsure
fine.
why.
I mean, I'm sitting here bawling, so that can't be fun to watch.
So I'll cough, you bawl. Be like an ASMR.
And finally, I kind of started defying the cult and going home to see my mom for Christmas. I wasn't doing that.
No.
I joined in 1999, and it wasn't until 2005 that I started going to see my mom for Christmas, come what may. Didn't matter what it cost, didn't matter what I had to do to get there. One time I rented a car and drove 20 hours to get to her.
Oh wow.
Through snowstorms, the whole nine, sleeping in rest stops, but I did, because that's how important it was to me, and I wasn't going to let anybody take that from me ever anymore. Nobody in the cult was recognizing that, hey, I have a mom that lives in Texas. I have a child that's out there somewhere, and I don't know what's going on with them, enough to say, let's not let you be alone, but they don't want you to go anywhere to see your family for Christmas. But they don't want to take care of you when you are feeling alone for Christmas, and you're trying to honor what they're about and not leave and show up for every church meeting and every extra activity,
Yeah.
It's really messed up. It's really messed up.
It is. It's, I think somebody said earlier, that's the indoctrination, that's what they make everybody see. That's what they make everybody believe.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Misha.
Hey, Misha.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Hi, Ben Turner.
Okay.
Hi, Nick. You guys, we're all in a mood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's so close to the holidays.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after 2005, I didn't miss a Christmas with her. No, that's not true. I did miss one, but I made sure I did Thanksgiving, because I knew I was going to have to miss Christmas, and I don't remember why that was.
But you made sure that you got the time in still. And U.S. Christmas is very close to Christmas, or Thanksgiving is very close to Christmas as well. So you kind of still get some of that time of year, just not exactly that time.
Yeah. Haney says, Carol, you're a wonderful creator. Thank you. And I'm glad to have found you. I'm glad you're here. I believe we're put into each other's lives for a reason. I do too, Haney. I really do.
Yes. I agree.
Mischief, High Seventh just spotted you in the chat. So were you trying to come in, Mrs. Mischief, or was that a accident?
If I'm not mistaken, I saw earlier that she was trying to get in, but it wasn't letting her in. Not sure.
Well, she did get in, and then it and then I don't know what happened from there. I'm going to post the link in case anybody wants to come in. Thank you, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Walking out of a cult doesn't mean that you've walked out of the cult. You know, I guess it stays with you for the rest of your life. I don't know. You know,
To be honest, I'd have to assume that something lingers with you, and there's a lot of processing, a lot of deprogramming to do, and then add on top of everything. Thank you, Seventh.
Yes, thank you.
That's why I had popped off. I wanted to make sure I sent a message really quick, but thank you, Seventh.
Yeah, I wanted to pop off and do the same.
So, but I think, you know what? All of us are having a feel of sorts. I know that there's a lot going on for her personally, for me personally, you personally, you know? And not only that, so
Going on, to be honest. I mean, it's just a normal, you know, Steve's here, I'm here, Luke came by yesterday, and
yeah.
you know, but yet here I am, you know, busting out the waterworks.
It's needed sometimes. Oh my good. You know what? I didn't share this, but when Wee Man was gone, I just not even broke, just started crying after one meeting, and not exactly sure why. Can't even remember what meeting at this point. But I just, you know, I think it was just processing. It's at bottom end of my processing. Sometimes I'm able to talk about it in a calm manner, but then all of a sudden, right after it's all out, that's when I start the crying.
Yeah.
And so you know what, it could even be that some of the processing that you have gone through in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know, there were some things that hit you pretty hard. So maybe it's just the tail end of some of that, or midway, who knows?
Yeah.
But like you guys tell me, be forgiving of yourself. You know, these things, they are going to happen, but they're happening for a reason, and we need to do it, and we need to work through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, hi, Tammy. Bye, Tammy. Oh. Yes. And Zelda said here, tears can be such a good release. And I'm starting to realize I'm trying to do some like hip tension releasing. I can't remember exactly, somatic, I think it's called. I can't remember what the type of exercise is called, but just releasing the hips a little bit, because cortisol levels will stick in your hips and it'll stay there. So I know that while Wee Man was gone, I started trying to do some of that. And oh my goodness, like halfway through some of these exercises, I would be crying, full on bawling. Not like I was in pain, nothing. And everything I read warned me, this is going to happen. This is going to happen.
Okay.
So, you know, it's good. I understood it was going to happen, but I didn't expect myself to cry like that.
Yeah.
That is, end up sitting on the floor here by myself, nobody else around, just bawling, laying on the floor, doing hip exercises, like not something I expected. And again, not that I was sad or upset, it just was happening.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the body releasing. That's all.
Right on.
Yeah.
God knows I needed the body to release some of that. You know, it's been a pretty intense year.
Yes.
Henny says we've all learned to normalize the abnormal. So it takes us more time to process ourselves. We got you. Right on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No apologies, just understanding and support. Yeah. Thank you. And that's what we have to offer each other. And that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Very. Oh, necessary. Yes, I am totally a victim of cortisol. Oh, yeah.
My memory has been affected so horribly.
Yeah.
Like some things that I was blaming on marijuana use and drug use, it's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was placing blame where it wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, Mischief, how are you?
Oh,
How are you? Good to see you.
I can hear myself. That's funny.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can totally hear you. Yes.
No.
Can you hear us?
I don't think you can hear me.
Yeah, I
Yep,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Can't,
I can hear you. Yeah.
there's a delay. I think I need to put the headphones in.
Also, if you're playing YouTube in the background on whatever device, that's creating an echo that might also kind of make it harder to hear.
Yes.
Misha says audio not coming through well. Oh, here we go. Zelda says, Plant, you've been so strong and functioning throughout your ordeal, and it might be time to feel your feelings. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I wondered when that time would come. You know,
Yeah.
I understand you have to put one foot in front of the other and take care of business and take care of you and Wee Man, but
Some of them, I think that, like, I'm going to be bringing up to the doctor. I have an appointment on the 26th. I'm going to be bringing up to the doctor that I might be disassociating a little bit.
that's yeah.
I might be disassociating.
That would not surprise me one bit.
I'm just focused on function.
Yeah.
And anytime, like, when I looked into understanding disassociation a little bit better when it was brought up in the chat here,
Yeah.
I feel like I might be. Now that I understand it a little bit more, I might be.
Yeah.
So I want to at least bring it up to a professional and see what they say. I very well could just be, again, feeling super heightened, and it's me actually feeling the things that I should be feeling, and I'm still just processing it in a different way.
Yeah.
But at least if I get confirmation that it is not that, or that it is that, I know how to deal with it myself.
Right on.
So, trying.
Yeah. Sometimes there's no substitute for it. I went for a period of years without crying, and I began to wonder if I'd lost the ability to. I needed to cry, you know.
Mhm.
Oh, kind of mischief. There we go. Oh.
Kind of, sort of, gone again. Oh.
Okay, here we go. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. Not too good, actually. I feel a bit the same
Oh.
way as you do.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that. I'm
Masking
sorry to
it
hear
with
that.
laughter as usual.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a very strange time for me at the moment. I think the memories of all Christmases come flooding back, and all the good ones seem to go away, and you just left with the horrors. So I think I've written that, actually, but that's how I'm feeling at the moment. I've got so much to do.
Yeah.
Men don't seem to realize how much work it is at Christmas for women.
Right.
The truth.
Right.
So my husband and I have been kind of sniping at each other, which isn't usual.
Okay.
So that hasn't helped. But I was listening to you earlier on Plant Freak about your dad, and it hit me hard because my son has kind of cut me off a little bit.
Oh no.
Not cut me off completely. He's still civil, but we used to be so close. And I don't know whether he's doing some therapy or something, but when I made me amends and I spoke to both of my children, and I had to acknowledge what I'd done, but there were a lot of things that I actually couldn't remember because I'd done them in a blackout. So I was actually saying, I believe you, I acknowledge what you're saying, but I honestly can't remember it. And I don't know whether that's got to him or in some way. But at the time, he just said, "Oh, Mum, you weren't that bad. Stop going on about it." He was dismissive of it.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Hitting him 24 years later, which is a bit of a shock.
Okay.
And I don't even know what the reason is behind it,
Yeah.
which is really, really upsetting. And because he's not been speaking to me, I've not been able to find out. And then when I do see him and he's speaking to me and saying hello and goodbye and, you know, the civilities, I don't want to
Yeah.
push it because I don't want him to stop doing that. You know, it's awful. It's an awful feeling.
Yeah.
But I mean, I acknowledge that I was far from a perfect mother when I was drinking.
Yeah.
But the childhoods were never affected by me drinking. They were both. My daughter had actually left home at the worst part, but my son was 16, and that's when he needed me the most.
Yeah.
You know, at the height of me drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get why. I understand why.
It doesn't
But
mean
I
it's
have
not
said,
hard.
you know, that there's no, you know, there is nothing that I would do to ever hurt you ever again, knowingly, you know, and I just hope he knows that.
I hope he does too. I'm so sorry.
So I was touched
Mhm.
by what you were saying, you know, and when people were saying sometimes it's best to just walk away, all I could think was, please don't walk away, you know, I don't want to lose him forever.
Oh,
Right.
love. Yeah.
I'd be
You know,
very,
he
very
may be
sad if
going
he did.
through something personally that he can't maybe share with you, and maybe he knows he can't hide it from you.
Well, he has mentioned that he thinks that he's autistic.
Okay.
And I don't know whether he blames me for not recognizing that. But I was constantly at school with him because he was always in trouble at school. And nobody said anything about it. And I didn't know anything about it in those days. It was a long time ago. It was 1980s.
Yeah.
So
It was not recognized at that point.
no,
No.
so I don't know whether he feels
always in trouble.
resentful at that. But what he doesn't realise, if I'd have known that, I would have had more help. I would have, you know, I would have asked for help. My parents went to live in Spain when Wesley was 4,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
and they lived there for 15 years. So basically, on my own, I'm an only child, so it was just me. And I would have had a lot more help had I, you know, had I known that he had that kind of problem.
Right.
Um,
Right. I mean,
I just
because all you need is tools.
thank you.
That
Mhm.
is all you need. Yeah. Awaken says, I know how that feels. Never walk away if at all possible. Hold tight and go from now, not then. Keeping you.
Mhm.
Well, the good thing is they've invited me. My husband dresses up as Santa at Christmas. We started it in the pandemic because we couldn't go to the houses.
Okay.
We got dressed up as Father Christmas and Mother Christmas, and or Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and went to the houses to deliver the presents so we could see them at least.
Yeah.
We couldn't hug them or go near them, but at least we got to see them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we kind of carried it on. So I have been invited to go to the house, and I'm allowed to go in this time, which is
Right.
the first year.
Right.
Now, I'm not sure whether that's because he's working.
No. Mhm.
You know that he could be under some stress that he can't even deal with himself.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I keep thinking, you know, and I'm the only. What he doesn't realise that nobody in the world is ever going to love him like I do.
You know it.
And if
Yeah.
I could help him, I really would, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
I'm
know,
so sorry.
I
I
don't.
didn't mean
there,
to come
you
on
know,
and cry.
Don't
there are,
worry.
it's fine. It's
Don't
fine.
worry.
There are a number of things that can cause a person to isolate from the people that they're closest to, even,
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
How old is he now?
he's 40, 42.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's such a shock because it's happened now, you know, 24 years later. But I know
Yeah.
my daughter went through a period like this when she was having therapy. And all I could think was, why is the therapist telling her to cut her mum off? That's awful. But it wasn't about the therapist, it was about the way she felt. And I had to deal with that and, you know, accept it, and which is what I've tried to do with Wes, you know, and It's difficult because, like I said, we were so close. And it was during the period when my daughter wasn't very happy with me, and I have a feeling they've got together and compared notes. And he's come out of it still feeling resentful, and her and I are now okay, so I don't know. I really don't know.
No.
But I know that
Do
whatever
you,
happens, I'll always be here for him,
based on your history, do you feel like he'll eventually come to you and let you know what's going on?
No.
No.
I'd have to pursue it, and I'm scared of doing that in case he stops speaking to me altogether again. I've tried to talk to his wife about it, but she's not, how can I explain it? She's a little bit naive.
Fair.
They're very similar people.
Okay.
Wesley's very clever, he was really intelligent. He got more exams than anybody in the family, and he's got this amazing memory.
Yeah.
But he also has false memories, because my daughter and I will sit here sometimes and he'll say, "Do you remember when we did this?" And me and Emily will look at each other and go, "I don't remember that." I don't know whether he's dreamt it or something,
Yeah.
but he does have he has said a couple of things, not recently, when we were speaking, that my daughter and I have gone, I don't remember that, so I just hope it's something that didn't happen. And I can't say whether it did or it didn't because of the blackouts.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I met my in-laws, his wife's parents. I met them.
Okay.
Drunk.
Oh,
Can't remember a thing. My husband said, "You seem sober."
wow.
And I had no recollection of meeting his family whatsoever.
Wow.
Really,
I don't know if
really bad,
I don't know if this will help at all, but there's been a few points in my life where I've had to disconnect from my dad. It was processing my mom's death and then processing being put into foster care. So
Right.
two major points. Now, whether he's in therapy or not, I agree with Carol. Maybe he's just processing something. And
Yes.
I think that because you realize that you would have to be the one to reach out, just being extremely transparent on, I'm afraid that you're going to disconnect from me again. I love you. I really, really miss you. And all that I want right now is to know that you are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be it.
Said that. I've kind of said that to his wife, but I don't know how she's relaying that to him.
Yeah.
I think it's better going to him directly.
Directly.
Yeah. I do. I think it's better going to him directly because, as you just said it, Mischief, how do you know it was related? Not that it was related to him, but the way it was related to him.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And you said they're very similar people. He needs to hear your words. He needs to
Yeah.
hear your words and how you feel. And at the same time, I think that would be a good thing for you too. Just to say, I'm so afraid that you're going to disconnect from me again, but I really want to be a part of your life. I really want to know that you're okay.
Yeah.
I think I don't see how it could have a negative factor. And the worst thing that can be said, in my opinion, is I still need time, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But then you can just say, please reach out when you are ready.
Yeah. The other
Right
thing
on.
is, because of the way that this has been going on since the 3rd of March, I'll never forget, 2020. So the problem is my husband is so angry at the way he's treated me, and it doesn't help that there's a conflict there. He's not the biological father of my children, my husband, by the way. It's my second marriage. But he's been there, he was there. I think Wesley was 3 and Emily was 5 when he came into our lives. So he's brought them up, and they do actually say it takes more than biology to be a father. You're our dad,
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But he's angry. He's angry with Wesley, and I really don't want that. And I have to be really careful how I navigate it because of that.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I
I,
do send cards, Zelda. I send cards and presents.
yeah.
Um,
Good.
I never
Yeah.
leave him out ever.
Just before I forget, sorry, there's a comment here that I saw from Rolling Stone. I just want to make
I have
sure that.
here, so I'm gonna bring them up because I want to acknowledge this. Rolling
Thank you. Yes.
I stopped using hard drugs 2.5 weeks ago, quit alcohol 3.5 days ago. That means I'm something, feeling wacky, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
let's do wacky with a tiara, shall we?
Yes. Yes. We need some Mama's tiara.
Mama's tiara. This was the 95th birthday tiara. And
Just stay strong
every-
and
every
oh,
time
Yes.
it's gonna be.
somebody has something to celebrate with sobriety or to
That's
grumble about with
right.
sobriety, let's do it with a tiara, shall we?
Yeah. And she
3.5
had said
days
as
will
well
soon
that,
turn
sorry.
into 3.5 weeks.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that is amazing, Rolling Stone.
There it is right there. Yeah. And, take it one pace at a time because I did all three at the same time, love. And I'm still so fresh in it, in my opinion, but it got easier by the time that I broke it down: alcohol, hard drugs, and then marijuana. And as soon as I was able to get that marijuana out, my head became clear.
Right on.
So,
And you don't have to be, you can go on your own timetable on that.
yeah, you don't have to do it right now.
You don't
I know I'm still smoking cigarettes like mad.
have to do
Me
it.
too.
You know?
Me
I mean,
too.
if it's something that's helping you right now, then,
Yes.
but if
Well, I
it's not
keep thinking
helping
I
you,
haven't got any other vices, so I'm gonna smoke. It's not doing me much good though. I've been poorly for about a month, and I still can't get rid of this cough, and I keep blaming it on the illness.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you've been going through that a long time.
Oh, and my mum's still ill. She's been like that for 5 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
It kind of goes away, it dissipates, and then it comes back with a vengeance. It starts with a headache with me. Get a
Interesting.
headache.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
It's some kind of virus. The doctor said it's he's given my mum antibiotics, but my doctor didn't give me antibiotics. But I think she's got a chest infection as well, on top of whatever she's got,
Yeah.
And she's 86. She's not going to fare well with any kind of illness. It's very worrying.
You're in the UK, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Is long
Tell by the
COVID as
accent.
recognized there as it is in North America?
Sorry?
Is long COVID as recognized there as it is in North America?
I've not heard much about it, but I'm sure it is, because it's obvious that people are going to suffer long-term damage.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had COVID twice.
So do you think it's long-term COVID?
No, I don't think it's that. Although I did have COVID just before I started with this.
Okay.
So it could
Yeah.
be, I'm hoping not.
I hope not too.
But it's bad because we've got it off a child.
Yeah.
The only person that I mixed with, I know exactly who I mixed with because I'm agoraphobic. I know exactly where I go and who with.
Yeah.
And we looked after our great-grandchildren, our great-granddaughters. And she had a terrible cough, the eldest. And I think that's where we got it. So they're at nursery and school, and they're picking all sorts up, aren't they,
Yeah. Yeah, they're picking everything up. I didn't get COVID at all while we were isolated, of course. But then Wee Man came home with it from school in October. This October that passed, it was the first time I've had COVID.
What does it come back from?
COVID. Remember when we all had COVID?
Well, we had it
Yeah.
last Christmas, just before Christmas, and then we had it again about 6-8 weeks ago.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So
Nonstop. It's nonstop.
Wow.
it didn't hit me that hard, fortunately, but I was more concerned about my husband, who's got COPD. So
Oh.
he's okay. He was okay. This has hit him worse, and it's not
Okay.
COVID because we've tested.
Wow.
No.
Oh my
So-
Anyway,
goodness.
I'm gonna go because I don't want to bring the entire room down.
No,
You're not. You're
at
not.
all. I promise you, you're not. You're not
I
bringing
feel,
anybody.
and I want a cigarette. Do you mind if I smoke?
Well, I prefer if people don't do it on screen. If you want to just
That's
put
what I
the camera
thought.
off, you can talk and maybe just with the camera off, and then when you
Yeah,
get through
could
smoking,
do
you bring the
that. Yeah,
camera on. Okay.
if I know how to do it. Aha. That's
I
I
ended
look
up.
so much
Zelda says I
better.
ended up with long COVID, but it seems better. But it took 2 months.
Oh my God.
My God,
Yeah.
that is. This is a
That's a
this
long recovery.
has been a miserable beast all the way around.
Yeah. It's
That's
been
cigarettes. Aha. Found something, but I can't find them. I'm surrounded by wrapping paper.
trying to get
It looks
everything
like,
ready for
honest to
Christmas.
God, it actually looks like Amazon warehouse in this living room. I bet I
Yeah.
could. I bet I've got enough presents for the entire town. I live in a village, by the way. It's very small. But I think I've got enough gifts here to actually give each child something for Christmas.
Right on.
And I need to wrap them, and it's driving me mad. And every time I look at them, I just want to cry.
Oh,
We're
Yeah.
on our own this year. We've never been on our own before.
Yeah.
Apart from COVID, we've usually gone to my daughters or we've gone to my mum's and I've cooked with her, but this year we're on our own.
okay.
Yeah. I can relate with that one. This year's definitely a little bit different. Best way that I can put that.
Yeah, I would
It's a little
say.
bit different.
I'm
So
looking forward to it in a way.
Yeah. Right
Because we
on.
will see them. We'll be dressed as Father Christmas and Mother Christmas.
That's great. I
We'll go
love
and do that, and then we'll come home and eat,
Right on. Hey, Mischief says, seeing your face lights my world, Mischief.
Oh, thank you.
yes.
That's 100%. Yeah.
You need your glasses changing.
No.
There we go. And I read the comment from Misha as well to Wee Man, and he's just like, "Oh, that's nice."
Oh, hello, handsome boy.
Did you hear that? Hello, handsome boy.
Hello, handsome boy.
He's making a ooh.
I did not do one of this girls my whole life.
Yeah.
Hello, CK.
Yes, hello.
Sadly,
I
we
did
know.
the intermittent fasting thing for a while. I did. I'm
Well-
definitely not right now. I'm intaking food when I can right now.
I'm going to send her a message. And
Yes, please do. I have one waiting up there, but if I go and check it, I'm going to kick myself out of stream again. Yeah, this year is definitely going to be different, but I'm trying. I think I said it at least yesterday or the day before. I have realized I'm the Christmas Grinch, and I really don't like Christmas. So for the kids, I will celebrate 100%. But
Why do you not like Christmas?
just lots of things, honey. I will do Christmas for you. I'm happy for that. But then, I'm going to respect myself finally, coming on to 38, and I'm going to respect myself and say, if I'm alone Christmas morning, I'm sleeping in. I'm not getting up
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no, you're not.
Right? It's just,
Not if that little man's there,
oh no, if he's here, I definitely will be awake, but he will be with his dad Christmas morning. And I'll get him back halfway through the day. So at least for me, it'll be like, okay, I can respect myself a little bit this year. And I can say, I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to relax a little bit. And then I'll go hit him and do all of the festivities.
Roland
I
says,
hated
"Man, freak,
Christmas
I'd give
morning.
anything
My
to have my
children.
little boy again. So sweet."
Oh, right.
So-
This is the last child for me. And oh my word, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take advantage of every second of the tiny hood.
Yeah.
It is just, it's something I didn't get to take in as much as I should have with my daughter. And this
Right.
time around, it's, it's not that I'm trying to correct my mistakes. I'm just trying to break cycles. At this point, I'm just trying to break cycles, things that I was taught. Nope, okay, we're just going to fix that. We're just going to fix that. And my daughter and I, oh my God, like she's confiding in me and it's wonderful. We talk every single night. She's texting me and she's sending voice clips. And I never thought that 3 months ago I'd have this relationship with my daughter right now.
Wow.
So that's a
Wow.
huge
amazing.
Christmas present, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so good.
And honestly, Mischief, like what I did was, I know you might not want to talk, and I know I've made mistakes, but I'm here. When you're ready, I'm here. And it helped. It helped so much just for her to understand that there was no pressure there whatsoever. Yeah, you can have that. I don't mind. Just don't make a chocolate mess on the bed, please.
You just brought back some happy memories for me. I remember when the children were young and they were getting up at 4 o'clock, then 5 o'clock, then 6 o'clock. Mummy, is it time to get up yet?
Yeah.
Got so many happy memories. I'm so
See?
glad I didn't drink when they were younger. I'm so glad I weren't drinking then.
Right on.
Do you want to show
hated
again?
alcohol. I hated it. I used to say to people, I don't know why you don't just pour it over your head and cut out the middle, man.
Watch your face.
Because you're either puking it up. I was so anti-alcohol. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I didn't start drinking really until I was about 25.
Wee
Wow.
Man's asking for me to show this to you guys before
That
it
is
melts.
Wow.
Did you make that?
No, actually, we have a house meeting for the shelter every Tuesday, and this is the first one I've been able to make it to because I don't have court. And we did a draw for this basket, which is over here, just filled with a bunch of goodies.
And I took this cookie from here.
Yeah. And
you
my name
won?
got
Did you
pulled. I
win?
don't ever win anything. So,
Excellent.
yeah, I was like, oh, great, chocolate and sugar. We'll give it to the kid. I'll pay for it later,
Oh,
but we'll give it to the
I
kid.
identify with
Says
that
that is
completely.
super cool. Freak.
Thank you.
Just now seeing your greetings, DK.
And we've been doing
breakfast. Oh, well, they say that's the most important meal of the day, Ben.
I still can't eat breakfast. Even after doing that fasting for a while, I can't eat before noon for some reason after doing intermittent fasting for like 6 years.
I'm like that.
Yeah?
I've been forcing myself to eat something every day,
Mm-hmm.
earlier each day, But because I've got such a terrible sleep pattern, I don't know when my night and my day is.
Yes. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the really hard part. And you know what? I'm lucky to be able to say that my sleep pattern is at least starting to go back to normal a little bit. But I feel like my sleep pattern affects my food intake greater than my emotions do. So if I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating.
Wow.
Yeah.
My YouTube viewing is kind of dictating my hours at the moment, to be fair.
Okay.
I've been watching a lot of people who stream late, so it's hard. Tommy's okay because I get him at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the 5 o'clock show to you.
Okay.
And the other show's at 1 in the morning, and then it's usually Liz Ferris.
Yeah.
So I kind of hang on for her, but she's been streaming at the same time as Tommy at the moment, so
yeah,
it's almost like you need 2 or 3 screens going at a time sometimes.
Thank goodness there's at least replay. So,
yeah.
Yes.
I've had to give myself grace to replay things instead of catching it live because I want to. I really, really want to. Yeah. But I'm like, I got to shut this down. I need to rest. I need to do whatever. Maybe it's paperwork or whatever it might be,
Yeah.
But just being able to say, I want to be there. I can't be there right then, but I support and I will watch on the replay. I'll leave a comment, something like that.
Right on.
Yeah. That way
Yeah.
I feel better about it.
Right on. Which is the main thing.
I drink some water.
I didn't
I
catch that.
drank some of my my water that has a little bit of Pedialyte in it.
I hate that water.
He's like, can't do it.
Oh, he's so cute.
He is.
I'd give anything
Sorry.
to have mine that age again.
Yeah.
Give me 10 years, I'll be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
I think when they're younger, there is more physical involvement, isn't there? You know, they need a lot more doing for them, in a way that they don't when they're older. But the problems that they have when they're older are so much more taxing for a parent. You know, I'm just so glad I didn't have to deal with the internet and mobile phones. And do they have one at school? Do they not? You know, making sure they don't have access to stuff you don't want them to. I don't know. I don't think I could cope. I really feel for people who are bringing children up in this day and age.
I'm scared. I'll be honest.
It's
I do my
difficult.
best to limit the screen time, but at the same time, his reading skills have gotten so much better. The more that I let him game with age-appropriate games, you know, he's reading more off of video games than he ever did listening to me.
That's true. That is true. That's what I
So
said to my granddaughters. You know, you can't. You can limit them, but you can't stop them, because otherwise they'll be behind when they go to school. All the other children will know what they're doing and yours won't. So you can't. It's not as if you can stop them completely from using computers and devices. You've got to let them, otherwise they'll be behind.
And I think that we need to educate them on internet. We can't assume that they're going to know how to use it. We need to educate them on the dangers, the wonderfulness, the you know, possible risks, everything. Everything needs to be explained
That's
at
right.
age-appropriate stages, of course, but everything needs to be explained.
I got to share this one. Misha says this grown-up children thing is not at all what they advertised in the brochure. I used to be the hero to 3 of the most precious girls in the world. I mattered back then. I know but it's different.
Yeah.
It is so different.
And I'm
Oh
sure
my
you
goodness.
still matter.
Yes, yes.
Heck, we don't even know how to use it yet. LOLs.
Oh yeah. Technology like dumb right here.
Yeah,
I know how to use
They
Restream
really
now.
laugh at me because I've still got a landline.
well, it's not a landline, it's more of a online home phone thing, so that I can
VoIP?
call my cell phone when I lose it, which is all the time.
But if you lose electricity, you don't
Then we're
lose your phone
screwed.
here.
Yeah,
If you've got a landline, you've still got a phone.
Yeah.
right.
So it's kind of, I don't know whether I want to give it up because it costs me about £30 a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But on the other hand, and the only person who uses it to call me is my mum. But like I say, it's, you know, you can plug a non-electrical phone into your socket and know that you've got access to the outside world. And when you
Yes.
live 3 miles away from any kind of shop or facility, you know, I've got to go 3 miles either way from where I live.
Okay.
Yeah.
To reach any sort of people. You know, the only thing we've got here is a chapel.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you kind
We
of need
used
the
to have a
landline in a
chippy.
situation like that.
We used to have a chippy, a fish and chip shop.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no, gone. It's gone.
Oh, that's sad. I
Yeah.
love British fish and chips.
Mm-hmm.
I've had
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's different over actually in England because I haven't had them in England. But the English version of it that they make here is wonderful.
Oh, you've never had fish and chips like you've had here, I don't think.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had people, you know, say that this is how they have it in Britain, and I have to trust them on that because I haven't had them
The
In
thing
No.
is with the one we had before he moved out and a new person moved in and completely blew the business, because of COVID, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. It was so good.
that it was.
And it's not good having that good kind of food on your doorstep if you've got a
Mm-hmm.
weight problem.
Because all that I would want is the deep fried goodness all of the time, like legit. When I grew up in Toronto, a suburb of Toronto called, or not really a suburb, a little town off of Toronto called Scarborough. And we used to get fish and chips, and it was a British guy who owned the place, but he would serve it in like a newspaper cone.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, we don't have cones. We have newspaper.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how they do it
First
in
you have, first of all, you put the normal paper down. You know, a sheet of paper,
That's
and on
right.
top of that, you have
Yeah.
greaseproof paper.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that gets wrapped up, and then the final layer is to keep it warm with the
The
newspaper.
newspaper. Yeah, there was a
Exactly.
place in San Francisco that served it like that. Oh my gosh. I made it a point to go there every time we had a conference when I was working and we used to have conferences in San Francisco.
Oh my goodness.
Every year I made it, or every year we were there, I made it a point to visit that little fish and chip shop. But that's how they did it. They did it, the layers of paper, and the newspaper was the last layer. Oh, it's so good.
That's where the saying comes from. It'll be tomorrow's fish and chip wrapper. You know, if people are upset about being in the news or people talking about them, that's like a saying. It'll be tomorrow's fish and chip wrapper.
As a matter of fact, I do. Well, if I can get this comment up here. Yes, Zelda, I do. Malt vinegar on my fish and on my chips. I certainly, absolutely 100% do. I love it.
They have a special kind of vinegar at the fish and chip shops that you don't seem to be able to replicate from the shops.
Okay. Yeah.
Really, I think they get it concentrated.
Yeah.
It
I
comes
wonder if that's the same as the malt vinegar that we have here.
Oh, we have malt vinegar too.
Okay. It's not the same.
No, it's just not the same as you get from the chippy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've got a thing with malt vinegar now on fries. There was a place just on the other border other side of Michigan in Canada, Sarnia. They used to call it fries under the bridge, and oh my God, malt vinegar, they'd have it in a spray bottle, and I'd be like spraying my fries down with malt vinegar, covering it with salt and ketchup.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really want fish and chips now. I see all of these, I really want
everybody
fish and
does,
chips.
don't they?
Yeah, we don't have any decent fish and chips makers around here, unfortunately, that I know of. I feel like I would know about it if we did.
I think it's a British thing, isn't it? However, wherever I've been in the world, there's always been some English guy who owns a place that sells fish and chips.
Yes. It's like the staple. You need to have this. I'm English. I want to own my own restaurant. Okay.
Bye, Henny. Bye.
Bye, Henny.
Yes. Bye, Henny. Good to see you. And I'm typing a message to you now.
Okay.
I'm going to go, girls.
Okay.
All right.
I don't want to keep looking at myself.
I don't want to keep looking at myself either, now that you mentioned
I want to be 32. Okay,
Thank you
so
for
much.
popping in, though.
I'll still
Yes,
be here.
thank you.
I'll still be
I
listening.
hope you feel a little bit better, and I hope that.
Thank you. I do actually. Thank you so much.
Good.
Good.
Good. Soon.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Oh goodness, and all the food talk now. I'm just like, oh,
I know. Now it's like it's time. Hot sauce on everything. Okay. Good night. Good to see you, Henny.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here and for being so supportive.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be like on the phone tonight and be like, I'm eating my face off. I'm really sorry. I just had one of those nights where all I want is food.
I would love to visit Boston. I've always wanted to visit because of the history in the place, you know. So glad you're for this meeting, Henny.
Yes.
Stasia say deep fried goodness.
Yeah. Deep fried Mars bars, deep fried everything. I owned a little household deep fryer for a while when I was with Mandrew, and we deep fried everything we could think of.
Now you might be from the South and not even know it.
It's possible.
There's not a
It's
thing
possible.
that is food has not been deep fried at some point in the South.
That sounds. See, that I need to be there. I need to be there. Or like it's a Paula Deen recipe. I'm just trying to a pumpkin cheesecake. And I found this
Ooh,
Paula Deen recipe probably about 15, 20 years ago, and I make it every year at
nice.
Thanksgiving. And it's, oh my God, it's my favorite.
Sounds
I know
amazing.
there's controversy around her, but that cheesecake is good.
Yeah. Just finished
Mhm.
corn dogs.
Oh
Somebody.
my God. Yeah, I
Misha says
think I must.
mine literally right before jumping in here. Have y'all ever had Baby Ruth turnovers? I have not, but that sounds amazing.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Hmm. Oh. You know what? I just realized I'm coming on my time of the month, if we're going to use Reliable Reese's terminology. It's coming on to Shark Week.
Shark
So,
Week.
yeah, it's coming on to Shark Week. And I'm going, oh, hey, like I'm just clicking right now. I'm like, why am I so hungry? Why do I want all of this food? And it's like, oh, wait a second. It's that time of month. I'm
Wow.
hungry. I'm emotional. I'm I'm
You know
everything.
what? I haven't the factory's been closed since 2015, so I don't have that excuse.
So, deal on corn dogs. Oh my goodness.
Oh my freaking God.
I know they're being really loud. I'm sorry. If you can hear that, let me know because I'll mute myself in between.
I don't it's not bother me any.
Okay.
I like the sound of kids.
They're wonderful, but
Yeah.
we have some behavioral things there as well. They just got back from their dads.
Has to be expected, really. I mean, how would there not be?
Exactly. Exactly. And there's 3 of them, so they feed off of each other, right? And
Yeah.
I don't blame them. I have no issue with it.
Yeah.
Rowan is sound sensitive, and he'll have his headphones on 90% of the time just to make sure that the level comes down a little bit for him. That's all.
Right.
Well,
Boston. That's on the bucket list.
there you go. I have a couple of friends on my Facebook from Atlanta. And so that's kind of been a goal of mine, but it's just like if I go to Atlanta, like I got to do a whole tour. Like it's not just Atlanta I'd be going to. Like I'm going to have to do like 7 or 8 stops. Like I'm going to have to plan a month vacation.
Including a farm in Northwest Arkansas.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Little Ben would
And I'll
love
just be like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm sleeping on that couch over there." You'll wake up and I'll still be there.
Yeah. Wee Man would love the farm animals here.
The puppy videos, oh my word. He's like, "Can we get one of those puppies?" I did get confirmation though. My dog is coming back to me when I am able to. So my big fluffy Bernedoodle is still gonna be mine. Just
Good.
I gotta find a place to house him here, and then in Ontario it'll be way easier. It'll just be figuring something out here. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not sure what you're talking about, but but if it's a grown child rejecting you, oh, okay. Thanksgiving. My middle daughter ripped heart out of in 2 days ago. The rest of it almost. She's 31. I'm sorry, CK. I'm so sorry. That is
Yeah.
there is no pain like the pain, a heartbreak with a child can bring. As wonderful it is as it is to have children, it can also break your heart so much.
Yeah.
Like nothing else.
Yeah. And in all fairness too, they have their growing pains. They need to figure their things out.
Yeah.
I just think we also need to make individual society wise, a little bit more emotionally intelligent. That's all. Because
Yeah.
I think some of the ways that we deal with things, even myself as well, especially myself, I know I don't deal with some things the best. And if I had some of that education or some of that understanding, maybe it would be different.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know of anybody that gets to be perfect on how they deal with every single thing.
No.
Somehow or another, I think that if that was the point of it, there'd be more of us able to master it.
Yeah. Not so many of us masking.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
No, I feel the same. Yeah. I just also, it's my own, like, I wish I could be better. That perfectionism, OCD stuff is really starting to kick in lately.
yeah. Yeah, the parts of you that are you get to be now. All of it.
Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's still trying to be able to accept that I'm learning that and to accept the pieces that I'm finding, because I'm not going to like all the pieces I find.
No, that's
But
true.
it doesn't mean that I can't break that cycle. I can't move past that or make it better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do the Christine, and I'm trying to find the light in every possible situation.
Yeah.
So I was honestly a godsend today, because I was having such a hard time finding the light after having the conversation with my dad.
Yeah.
And then Quiet Girl was like, "Give me a call." And I call her, and she shared that little bit of news, and it was, oh my God, okay. I needed to hear that. It was like the universe, God, whatever it is that we want to believe as individuals.
Yeah.
She needs this right now. She needs to hear it. And I need to pass that back off. You know what I mean?
Right.
I need to make sure that the next person hears that as well.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to follow that path.
Uh-huh.
Trying.
I think you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wouldn't have been doing as well.
Honestly, if it wasn't for, and Tommy says it all the time, connection. If it wasn't for connection, I would not be doing it. I know I wouldn't, because of every other previous situation with no connection.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just the support, the non-judgment, it helps.
It does help. And who cares why? It helps.
Yeah. I know I've met amazing people, and that's all that I care about.
What letter is this?
That looks like a U.
No.
Oh, he's eating pretzels into letters. An N.
That is so good, Mischief. I have very high hopes there. I really do.
Same. I'm happy that I could help at all in that situation. Just,
Yeah.
I want you to know that you aren't alone. We are here, and that we'll support you as best as we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally back, had to talk to 4 different people, was on the phone a total of 1 hour, 45 minutes. That's a long ass phone call. Ooh. All right.
No,
Chris's
too many.
daughter's calling. Yay. That's always,
Yes, say hi to her.
yeah, say hi. I don't know if she knows we exist, but say hi.
I was lucky enough to see some of the beautiful art that she does, and this girl is going places. I'm telling you.
Right on.
I'm telling you.
Right on.
So I understand the proud papa needing to. She's calling. I gotta go. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a handle instead of my name says Ben Turner. I'll have to find something witty for you.
Yeah. I'll have to give that one some ruminating.
Yes.
I'll be back. I am feeling better, Zelda. Thank you.
Good. Mm-hmm.
I really am. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back to tell you all about it if he's in the house when Santa and I visit. That'll be great.
It will be.
Bend over has been. Those are both amazing.
Those are both really good. Really, really good. Oh, goodness.
Uh,
I feel like, Ben, you could get 7th in on this as well. And like between the two of you, you're going to come up with something like phenomenal.
Dynamic avatars. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, what do
You
you
doing
think,
okay?
Freak? You feel like you've had a meeting?
I do feel like I've had a meeting, just being able to get out that it's not been easy today. That was enough. I've been
Yeah.
holding it in, and I know I shouldn't have held it in. I know I've got many places to reach out. Just, I was waiting, I guess you could say. I was
Yeah.
waiting for the place that I felt safest to say it.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Are things better on the since he's been returned? Is that getting
Today
better?
was better. Last night was hard.
Yeah.
Last night was hard. And you know what? Mandrew had messaged me. He's actually been through some of this already, through separation and behaviors with his second daughter. And he's just remember that this is all new. This is him trying to figure it all out. He's confused, you know. And I needed to step back a second to kind of be like, why? Like the feeling of why are you being like this? To be like, oh, I know why you're being like this. So now I just need to apply that to what I'm feeling. And that
Yeah.
is hard sometimes. I'm human, you know, it's hard to be able to just flick that switch and say, okay, I'm carrying mom time, and I'm not being offended by what it is that you are saying. Excuse me, by what it is that you are saying, but some of it was hitting my heart last night.
I'm sure.
So that was difficult. And then to wake up and it was like I was in that mood still. I tried writing down what it is that I was feeling before I went to bed. I think it just hit so deep. But again, it's so fresh that I was expecting it. I just didn't know what to expect by the end of the visit.
Yeah.
And for me as ADHD, the unknown is more terrifying than anything.
Yeah.
So the fact that I have no idea what's coming, and then when I'm dealing with it, it's like, okay, but I didn't know it was coming, and now I feel overwhelmed, and now I feel this, and then all of the little voices and all of the squirrels start running in my head.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And then it's different levels of pixie dust for each squirrel. Like, one sounds like Alvin, the other one sounds like one of the chickmunk girlfriends. And what type of jewelry is that? It looks like a ring. Oh, no, it's not. Then why is it on your finger? Ah.
My grandma had a friend called Poppy, and she married a guy called Fred Tupper. Poppy Tupper.
Poppy Tupper.
Ooh.
Mm.
There's you a name.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Mischief. Quiet Girl wants me to tell anyone who wants to talk to her, please do. Right on. She's great to talk to.
Yes. And Mischief, if you don't have her contact information yet, please just message me on Facebook and I can send it to you. No problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I just had to get some smart ass before I told my boss that I thought he was a product of questionable parenting. Thanks for helping me get that out of my system.
Oh my goodness.
My dog's
That's good.
calling. Hugs, everyone. Hugs to you, a Rolling Stone, and wonderful on your sobriety. Keep up the great work. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. It's going to be good.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And every day is a new goal met. Please remember that.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What kind of rolling? Pearson work.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, Rolling Stones.
I'm not putting that one up there, Rolling Stone, but I definitely appreciate.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
poor
appreciate
guy.
it.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Goodness.
Ben, I love a good turn of phrase. Yeah. Mischief, that's my email. Oh, okay. All right.
Perfect.
I can give it to you too. And if anybody needs to pass along emails, in the description of either my page, and I think it's even in my description on every video. If it's not, I'll look and make sure and fix that tonight. If it's not, if anybody ever needs to pass along numbers, emails to somebody else, send me an email and we'll figure it out.
Love you too, Rolling Stone.
Love you,
Love
Rolling.
everybody.
Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys, I just feel like just ending it just with a thanks, you guys.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Not a problem. And you know what? I feel pretty drained today. I think we all are having our own drainages is the best way maybe to put it.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling a little drained today.
Breathing thing would probably help, but I just don't feel like I have the oomph.
Yes. Yes, I
That makes
agree.
sense.
Oh, I agree. Yes, it makes total sense. Huzzah!
Huzzah. Huzzah. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for being here for me because I needed a meeting. Apparently, I didn't even know.
Good.
I guess I should have known when there was poop down inside of my boot this morning.
Twice.
And poop on my pants later on. Not my own, mind you. Remember, you can pick your friends, but you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. I will remember that. Huzzah.
I'm passing that on to Wee Man.
All it takes sometimes. Love you guys.
Only that.
All right.
Only that.
I'm going to say goodnight, though. He's still high energy today, so I'll say goodnight now, and then I can focus on him a little bit.
Yeah.
He says no, but I say yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Fran. Good to see you, Sazia. Poop hoof is always a sign. Oh my God. You guys, I love you. Thank you for being here, for making it a meeting. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Until then, peace, y'all. I love ya.